game too, so even after it crashed.
That could be a you problem.
Shouldn't be. It's hardwired. Oh, yeah.
3 kill got lost 2.
Yeah, Tyreek got mossed week 6, week 5. I don't remember.
Yeah.
4 or 5, maybe 6.
I've still yet to be able to use it.
And I got a viewer. Nice. And it's not me. Yet.
Oh, good for you.
There we go.
Alright, I got my brown.
West Coast and multiple D, huh?
Yeah, that's what shows on your end, but I really know it's my playbook that you're using.
Oh, right, I'm the away team. I can't really pick anything other than white. Good luck.
Good luck.
Damn, sinus infection.
Yeah, it sucks.
I can hear you.
Yep. Just took my meds for it not too long ago.
Great, so if I beat you, I can hear that as an excuse?
Nah. Nah, I played my ball hockey playoffs and still kicked ass.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Salt Lake City Pioneers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's see, how do we play against my team? Or my playbook?
On first down, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
After the sack on first down, Wentz, and nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. He is going to find Hill here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Dan changed his name.
He did.
Here we go. Waiting. Shoot. Hey, let's get this. Watch it. Check.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 61 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get... And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown.
That was your old boy.
Yeah. Corey Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
These guys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready, 54. Mike 54. Squeeze down the double. Take 4.
Throwing on first down. Westbrook. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
To throw on third down, Westbrook. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Here we go. 180! Stop your running.
Now Wentz on third down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Fielded just inside the 30. And fights through one man. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team.
He'll pinch it. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
You get that too?
Yeah, I did.
Off. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Now single.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Westbrook over the middle. It's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short.
So far.
It's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. This is Grant trying to run inside, but nothing there. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now a play fake. Wentz. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. David Moore, an 80-yard touchdown. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At their own 41-yard line.
Set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll pull it down. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Don't need Westbrook taking a knee.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They run the counter. McLeod. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take it. 34.
You got nothing.
To throw, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Shift. It's 74.
Shotgun now for Wentz. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
It's now 4th down.
Just not pull him at.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. On his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he is tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
I mean,
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I got you, boy.
2nd and 11. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Another old teammate of yours.
Yep.
Yeah, 50 on the ending. Mike 54. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the gun, Westbrook. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on 1st down. McLeod. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Westbrook. His throw incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Westbrook. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 26.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Mike 42, Mike 42. 42's Mike, 42's Mike.
Operating from the gun. Westbrook. His throw caught. What about the 5? And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. From the gun, Westbrook. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
67 overall tight end.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
But since he's like 6'8", I never really tight end. 6'8", like 260 or something, 250 or something like that.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing his wins. Screen play, Johnson.
How do you miss that?
7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He's coming. Check him. Yeah, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Especially when holds apart.
Wentz now on first down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
D-lineman.
Off around the
That is a
41,
defensive line.
and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Playing
How
linebacker.
about the big boys snagging
No,
one? You
no,
don't
he
see
wasn't
that
playing
every
linebacker.
week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving
Just
their own
using it.
dreams,
Where you're
going
going.
back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football,
Wow.
and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution,
Wow,
and
so
done with a lot of
close.
enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage
for
point
one,
might be a
Stan,
little
I
bit
play a
better
lot
way
better.
up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck
that
it
worked
away.
hard.
Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Right, 54. You run.
On 3rd down, Westbrook. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Yeah,
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is
Jimmy,
like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
I don't know, man.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
Good.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what
Bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into the pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Why was the next restaurant?
Stories about teams.
Well, I think Halua. Well, I mean, you know how Halua had
so
the
after the run
water
for
break,
no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
and supposedly they were going to reopen. Well, I just checked Google and it said they're permanent.
They go back to
closed.
Grant.
I don't know if that's true.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but
I mean,
no
their
more.
Facebook is still up, so like
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
But even my mom was like, even if they did like reopen, she would not go back in there. Because, like, you just don't know.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position.
Water main break?
A real threat.
Yeah.
This is 3rd and long.
I don't know. I heard it was a water main.
Working from the gun. Wentz. That's complete. It's
Ow.
Gordon. And he'll be stopped short of the
hit hard.
first down right around the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Bills have taken the lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Drunk and medicated?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
That didn't really go anywhere.
That's okay, though.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Because I didn't get sacked. That would have been worse.
Yeah, sure.
Because it was coming.
Throwing again. Westbrook. Over the middle, complete. It's Wise. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Westbrook nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cravens racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Comes to everybody, actually.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
So how's the 15-1 Giants?
2nd and long.
Well,
I
started the second.
Jerome Baker in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
You got tight right there.
Operating from the gun. Westbrook. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Come on, Obi.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down.
Okay.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. He completes this one to Mack. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. Five wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. From the gun, Westbrook eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Westbrook. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. It's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Back to throw. Westbrook. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Westbrook. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Runs that should have
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. McLeod. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Switch.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Westbrook. And that will be incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
I don't think he's a child molester. He's an abuser, though.
He is definitely an abuser, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Grant. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant past the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
I know how fast he is, but it's just...
And I got a decent.
You know, the extra point and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
So, you're still playing a good game.
No, I'm not.
Okay, you're playing a Phil type game. When I played Phil. Although ours was just
the offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Westbrook. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike's by 4. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, heavy?
And the blitz does come. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerome Baker getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Ow!
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return.
He deserved every bit of that blessing.
Yes, he did.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
I don't know how he scored that.
Corey Grant, 37 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What do you see?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sua Cravens. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And a huge play that time. 49 yards.
I'm going tomorrow.
I wouldn't
On 1st and 10, Westbrook buying time to his left.
Especially after
he's going to take off with it. And he'll be
last
out of
one,
bounds,
JJ.
able to get it down to the 25 there. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Well, I'm not paying for it. I'll only be disappointed again.
You can't really go in and watch movies like that.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and
Well, I wasn't planning
incomplete.
on like
Looking
the
to erase
last
a
one,
2-score
nobody
deficit here in the
plans on,
4th quarter,
like a
going
Star
for some
Wars
big
movie
plays.
something.
Yeah, they certainly
Like,
were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Can't really
Check,
go
check,
in,
watch
into a
54,
movie
watch
with
54.
high expectations.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey,
From the gun on 3rd down, Westbrook. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game.
Whether or
Instead,
not they're
4th
high,
down.
it's a different story.
I guess they're in a
you gotta-
situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could
should've
very
had
easily have been intercepted.
Yeah,
and if it
he
does
should've.
get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Westbrook flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jayon Brown. And the Bills are going to get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
25.
On 1st down, it's Grant. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On second down now, it's Grant. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Wentz now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
Yeah.
So this
Finally.
crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. It's forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for our visitors, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they suffered just their 2nd loss.